Welcome to City Showcase South Africa. I'm your host, Rocco and come with me as we discover South Africa. South Africa approximately has 58 million people that live here. There's over 1,700 miles of beautiful coastline, beautiful vineyards. Not only does South Africa have beautiful beaches, an amazing long coastline, but there's also a diverse terrain, many different ecosystems. There's safaris, there's beaches, there's cities, there's townships. Come with me as we discover South Africa.
Good morning, my name's Joe. I'm the Safari Manager at Karongwe Portfolio in Southern Africa in the Limpopo province. As a Safari Manager, we're in charge of what happens in the bush, in the safari, and taking our guests out on safaris to go and look at lions, leopards, elephants, and all the bushes and trees and grasses and even the little birds. I'm just waiting for Rocco to arrive, and then we'll hop on the vehicle and go and see what we can find this afternoon. Afternoon, Rocco.
Good afternoon.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you for inviting me and inviting us here. I'm very excited to explore what your safari has to offer. This place is beautiful.
It's gorgeous, yes.
Yeah, good food, good people, everything is amazing.
So what we're going to do is we're going to head out into the bush with our vehicle and our tracker, Adolf, and we're going to go and see if we can't find some lions or elephants this evening.
All right. How about giraffe? I've been called giraffe a lot.
All right. There's a few giraffe out there. We can manage it.
Camels?
No.
No camels?
No camels, no. Not unless they've run away from the circus.
And what are the rules? Are there rules?
Yes, there are rules. Just for our safety and the animal safety as well, that we remain seated and silent because we're here to observe and not interfere with the animals. Changing the profile of the vehicle upsets the animals and then they move away. We don't want to do that.
All right, so I'll follow
awesome.
You. Thank you.
Let's rock and roll. So we're going to head out and see if we can't find the elephants this morning. They were seen just north of the camp last evening actually, and they were moving in a westerly direction. So we're going to head out in that direction, along the river, along their favorite routes where they might be hanging out, and see if we can't find them. I was thinking we should head in an easterly direction to go and see if we can't find the lions. The guys saw them yesterday in a certain area which they prefer, and then we'll head in that direction and see if we can't find the lions. On the way, of course, we're going to stop and have a look at the impala and the zebras and maybe a few of the fantastic birds as well. The whole system belongs to each other and they work very well as a chain, and one supports the other one, and even if it does mean the lion's eating the impala, they're still helping each other.
What is the importance of safari and educating people on these species?
It's the importance for future generations to preserve the wildlife, for our children's children to see these animals. As human beings become more and more on the planet, they are squeezing these reserve areas, and we're starting to lose these animals. So for the preservation of future elephants, future lions, future rhinos, we need to have areas like Karongwe, which can protect these animals. The more respect we have for animals, the more people want to protect them. Some warthogs. Hello. So these guys are still waking up from their nighttime slumber.
Warthogs sleep underground at night in burrows. They steal from other animals such as aardvark. They don't dig their own.
Oh, have a look on this side. You can see there's some giraffe. Looks like 3 males, all by themselves. Sometimes they form bachelor groups. Very famous, of course, for having a long neck. And then a very, very long tongue as well, which they use to feed. And they pull the leaves off of the branches. They're only browsers as well, meaning they eat leaves all the time.
That was wild.
Yes, it was awesome, wasn't it?
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice. Oh!
Present for you.
Thank you. Now we get to be like brothers.
Exactly.
So let's talk about what we did today.
Yeah. Well, those elephants again were fantastic. And then the lions just lazing around in the river. They'll start getting active now once the sun has gone down and it's nice and dark. And start looking for some food.
Wow. Yeah, it's incredible. The sun's setting, so we're going to go enjoy the sunset, I guess.
Definitely. Have a
Absolutely.
beer.
Thank you. Thank you for watching City Showcase. We are here in the bush in South Africa, observing the wildlife, going out on drives, spending the entire days out. It's incredible. It's beautiful. I believe if you get a chance to come to South Africa, you absolutely need to come here and experience this unbelievable experience. I'm on my way to the Old Rectory. The Old Rectory is an immaculate restored national monument built in 1777.
Good morning, Rocco.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the Old Rectory Hotel in Plettenberg Bay, the Western Cape of South Africa. Good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Would you like to join us for a cup of coffee?
Absolutely.
Great.
That's
So you're going to hit through this.
Exhausting. I would love to have coffee, please.
So at the time when we acquired the property, it was vacant, and it was just like I said, it was overrun with weeds and foliage and just a shell. But part of the attic actually survived, and there were vagrants that would sleep up there at night. And when we acquired it, we had realized that, or architects and the Historic Society together had realized that the actual floorboards that were in the surviving attic part actually dated back to 1777 and was yellow wood floors from that time.
You know, coming in here and just sitting here and having a conversation with you, listening to the waves of the ocean and birds chirping, it's very zen. It's very peaceful. I feel like I can relax here. I feel like I'll be able to sleep a very peaceful rest tonight. And yeah, this place, it's really beautiful. I am here in Western Cape at Kay and Monty's Vineyard. It is gorgeous. There's horses, there's mountains, there's vineyards. I'm gonna come here and have lunch, enjoy a meal, do a little bit of tasting, and chat with the manager.
Hey, welcome. Hi there. Welcome
Nice
to Kay
to meet
Monty.
you.
Please come and have a seat.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this place is amazing. Tell me about it.
So This farm was bought by the current owner about 15 years ago as a farm for his polo horses. So originally it was just a polo farm. Before that it was just a farm that grew proteas and orchids. And then Clet is a fairly new wine region. So around 2009 everyone was starting to grow wine here. That's when we planted our first vines. And we've been making wine since 2012.
Wow.
Yeah. So currently we make 2 wines, a Sauvignon Blanc and an MCC, which is made out of Chardonnay and Pinot Noir grapes. We have planted some red vines, which is some of the first proper reds to be planted in the area, but they will still be another couple of years before we can harvest. Yeah, and then the restaurant and tasting room was originally an orchid greenhouse, which our architect has converted into this lovely building. Yeah, and we've been open running here for about 4 or 5 years.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. This food in South Africa is absolutely incredible. This is a lamb flatbread, and this is steak with chips and salad. I definitely won't be able to finish all of it, but I'll give it a try. Now it's time to go on a beautiful hike and enjoy the views of the Western Cape. I then went on a hike to see the local sights. The view was absolutely beautiful. So we're here in beautiful South Africa, Limpopo, Bismarck, and I'm going to speak with Johnny about a home that was built for children that have some disadvantages. So I'm really fascinated about this. I want to learn so much more about it. Let's chat with Johnny so he can explain the details.
Hi, Rocco.
Hi, Johnny.
Welcome to Bismarck Drop-In Center.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Oh, yeah.
So, I know very little about this center. Can you please tell me about it?
Okay, this is a drop-in center, Bismarck Drop-In Center. This place is sponsored by Garunga Portfolio, and this is meant for the kids from little as 3 months till 6 months. 6 years. And those kids are going to school. They only come here after 2:30 till 4:30. This is for the people who are disadvantaged in their families.
Well, can you show us inside?
Yeah, you can go inside and have a look.
I enjoyed my time at the drop-in center. I was glad to see that there were some organizations in the world that care for the underprivileged and give them a chance to live a life like everyone else. Now I'm off to Gondwana Game Reserve to see all the fascinating animals of South Africa.
Well, welcome Rocco to Gondwana Game Reserve. Hope you can have a lot of fun with us today. We're about to go onto a game drive, so follow me. Let's see what we find.
So I am here with Megan, and we are at a game reserve in the Western Cape in South Africa. And it is windy, it's wilderness, there's wild animals running around. So thank you for having me, and this place, it's incredible. You know, I've experienced all different types of things. So tell me, we're about to go on a game drive, and you're going to show me all types of things. What are we going to see?
Well, we've got a lovely sized game reserve here, medium to small size. We're 11,000 hectares. We've got big five, all the big five that are free roaming in all this space. So we're going to have to see what we can find or so, but I'm hoping we're going to see maybe some elephants today, buffalo, hippo, of course a lot of antelopes, and a little bit later tonight when it gets cooler we'll see if the lions are out and about and see if they've caught any food recently.
So tell me about the accommodations here.
Well, we've got from Quena Lodge, we've got three main accommodations. We've got the huts, where it's 2 people per hut. Otherwise, we've got the villas, which are 2 to 3 bedrooms, and the bush villas, which are slightly larger, 3 to 4 bedrooms. That's around the lodge, and then we've got other accommodation back at Eco Camp, which is luxury tented camps. 2 people to a tent, but you still have a nice bed with duvet, bathroom, the works. And that there's also Ulubisi Lodge, which is the private lodge, where you have your private chef, private butler, private ranger, the works.
Can you tell me something particular about this region of South Africa?
Well, the Western Cape is quite unique in South Africa in terms of our geology is a little bit different in terms of we're caught between the mountains and the oceans. It gives us a very more Mediterranean kind of climate, which is different to the rest of the country.
So just a short drive outside of Cape Town on a beautiful scenic route called Chapman's Peak, there's a restaurant called Kalki's, which has the most amazing fish and chips.
Hi, Mr. Rocco.
Hello.
Welcome at Corky's. Here's nice fish and chips for you. This is a normal 8 parcel. There you go.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Let's try this. Wow. 100% local, fresh, good fish and chips. Definitely have to check it out when you come on your next trip to Cape Town. There's over 2,000 penguins that are here and protected. Hundreds and hundreds of people come here. They come and they respect, they keep their distance, they watch these penguins. Penguins lay eggs. What's fascinating is that they lay their eggs and they sit on their eggs. They put them between their feet, they dig and they sit on them, and they actually still sit on the hatchlings once they're born, and you'll see that everywhere, and it's really adorable and really cute. The only predators these penguins have are sharks and orcas, and believe it or not, domesticated cats and dogs. This is where they sleep. These are, of course, man-made. And when they're not out in the ocean, they'll come here to sleep. The South African beaches are just breathtaking. Sitting down, taking a few minutes to enjoy the view and just smelling the beautiful beach air. Oh, yes, we get to hike Lion's Head today. Have my hat. As you see, I'm excited. I'm ready to go hike Lion's Head. It's definitely one of the things you have to do when visiting South Africa, specifically in Cape Town. And I'm gonna grab a quick bite to eat and go hike that hike. So come with me. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Rocco. How are you today?
Great, great. How are you? This looks awesome.
I'm great, thank you. Welcome to breakfast.
Thank you, thank you.
Please help yourself to our continental spread.
Wow.
So we're here, right at the Cape View. I'm going to eat because I have a big day ahead of me today. So
Of course.
we're at the Cape View Clifton.
That's correct.
Tell me a little bit about it, because I mean the views are incredible.
It's amazing, isn't it? Look at that. We have views of the mountain. We have 5 deluxe suites. And all of them are sea-facing. 2 self-catering apartments as well. And
Wow.
isn't it just amazing to know that they're all sea-facing?
In this area,
Yeah.
what's the name of the area?
This is actually called Clifton. We have all the famous beaches down there. Table Mountain right behind us as well.
What about breakfast? You make hot breakfast for the guests?
Yes,
everything?
we do, sir. We do. We have a hot special that we do every day. And I mean, it changes daily, so, and it all depends on what you'd like to have. So if that's not up your alley, the breakfast of the day, you may, of course, have an omelette.
So, I even see that there's a pool here. All the decks are this amazing landscape view of Clifton, right? The area is called Clifton.
That's the aim, you know? And we want you to feel relaxed, you know, rejuvenated. And that's just it.
All right, well, thank you so much for having me. I think I'm gonna take off to go on my hike. I have a pretty ambitious day today, so this food's definitely gonna nourish me. I'll probably grab something on the way out and take it to go.
Please do. Hope you have a fabulous day.
Thank you. So I finally made it to Lion's Head. There was a delay because there was actually a huge fire and they shut it down for an investigation, but I'm finally here, finally gonna hike it. I had to wait a couple days. I'll show you guys what it looks like. We'll probably see a lot of burnt things. The mountainside is burnt, as you'll see the black there. That was all burnt. This was all burnt, and we'll probably see it as we travel together up Lion's Head and hike it. Hydration is so important. Man, this is really intense. I had a wonderful journey exploring South Africa. The first safari that we went to was absolutely amazing, where we were able to see all types of incredible animals that live in the wild. The old rectory was a remarkable restoration of South Africa's past. The drop-in center was a unique experience, and I was able to meet wonderful children there. Gondwana Game Reserve showed more fantastic animals, and the landscape was incredible. The penguins of Cape Town were definitely a main attraction. The fish and chips are to die for. I stayed at a wonderful hotel in Cape Town called Cape View Clifton before I went on my amazing hike to Lion's Head Mountain. My journey was amazing, and I'm glad I got the opportunity to take you with me. See you on the next City Showcase. Hello, are you Ed?
Welcome to my Mr. Ed.
Stop! Alarm! No! Cancel! Snooze! Snooze.
Because I keep saying as well.
The editors edit.
It's so weird. I keep saying
How does it look? Beautiful. Well done. Look like a South African? Yeah.